What do you think is one of the biggest problems facing young people today?
Self-awareness. There's this unbelievable faux self-awareness that comes from social media in the form of likes and followers and how people reacted to this post and this post and this post. When what is a superpower for any individual, but certainly for young people, because they're in the season of life where their brain is still developing, their frontal lobe is still developing. It's late 20s for men. I'm not sure it ever develops at 50, I'll be honest, but women a few years earlier. So think about that. Your frontal lobe, go do your research, go Google that and understand how significant this statement is. Frontal lobe's still developing in your 20s. You get all this pressure from the time you entered high school, get good grades, so you can get good SAT scores, get a good college acceptance, get a good degree, get a good job. It's a lot of pressure. And they're navigating that. And I don't think as a society, we do a good job in our education institutions and in our homes of truly focusing on the thing that matters most to a developing young person. And that is self-awareness. What am I good at doing? It comes back to that. What am I good at? These become the tools that allow you to be successful. So we start there. Forget passion and mission. There's too much focus on passion in our world. That's an empty part of the equation. Because I love basketball, but I could never be a professional basketball player. All right. So what am I good at? Okay. There's a lot of confidence and good vibes for our self-worth when we can reflect on and then actually do things on a regular basis where it comes easy for us and people go, nice work, good job, you're a natural. And so that's that self-awareness play. And then what angers my heart? What breaks my heart? What encourages my heart? These are key questions that begin to reveal how you might use that talent. And then as you begin to age and you try things and you experience things, you begin to go, I remember that result not mattering much to me, but man, I lit up when I delivered this result. And so that self-awareness, and then two other quick things, your story and your environment. It's really important for young people to look back on the house that they grew up in. That shaped the way you see the world. They're like glasses, shape the way you see the world politically, spiritually, relationally, financially, okay, physically. So you're stewing in this pot that you have no control over. Your environment growing up, let's say birth to 18, massive, massive impact on you. Good and bad. Then look at your story. The wins and the losses, to keep it simple, up to this point in your life. Anybody who's listening, watching, and you just kind of feel, all right, I want a young person, and you're going, I feel like I'm just, you're not self-aware. And it's back to what I just said about clarity. When we can be very self-aware, then we are clear on where we've won in life, where we've lost, how that shaped us, how that is driving us forward. Self-awareness is a superpower. It's where everything good comes from. And it's where everything bad comes from. A lack of self-awareness, a confused life where you're trying to medicate, you're seeking pleasure because there is no purpose. And then the flip side, when you are very, very self-aware and you know who you are and who you want to be and why you want to be that, man, that's a wellspring. It's either quicksand or a wellspring. And so I think it's self-awareness. And by the way, it's not just this generation of young people. I could have said that. That's like, if I could wave a wand, Graham, and give something to every young person, it would be self-awareness.
I've always thought that things are maybe a little too easy for people. And that's forced a lot of people into complacency where it's not bad enough.
I agree.
You want to change, but it's not great either. So you're not exactly unhappy, but you're not really happy. And it's that weird middle ground where a lot of people get stuck.
Yep.
I heard someone say it's like the poorest person today in America is still, wealthier than the wealthiest man like a couple hundred or so years ago. It's like the fact that you even just have an iPhone, it's more powerful than anything any billionaire had access to in like the 1950s.
It's a great point because complacency is a result of a lack of self-awareness. Because you just kind of go, well, I can just kind of downshift and put it in neutral and choose an average life. And to your point, an average life in America is a fabulous life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where complacency sets in.